Alright, welcome to my channel. My name is Excellence Brown. We are going to look at how to create a simple exercise book like this on your screens. Isn't it beautiful? Alright, we are going to do the same thing using just a picture and then colors. So without wasting much time, let's dive into Photoshop. So we are here into Photoshop, and then I'm done creating this, but we are going to do that again by coming to File, New, and then you're going to create a new paper. Now I'm going to name this exercise book. So you hit this point and type exercise book. Now you come to the width, which is 14. You just put in 14, then you come to the height, which is 9. Now resolution becomes 300, and then you hit on create. We have this as our background. Now we have to divide this into two because every book we have the front and we have the back. So we come to, instead of bringing in this ruler here manually, we have a way of doing that. So let me just bring it back and then do that. You come to view, then you come straight to new guide, and since we are going to divide that, is it horizontal or vertical? We are going to divide it vertically, so we just check this vertical button here, and then when we were selecting or setting up our paper, we use inches, so we right click here and then select inches. And then since we are dividing this, and from here, that is from this side to this side, is 14 inches. We are going to divide it into 2. So 14 divided by 2 is what? 7. Then you write what? 7 here. So after typing in 7, then you hit on OK. We are going to get this selected, and that gives us the division. So we just draw, or come to the shape tool and then draw a small line around this, and then after drawing this line, we make sure that we change the color of this. I'm going to select that of this color right here and then hit on OK. Then we come to this part here. This is the main page that you are going to work on, and let me shift this to this side so that we get the bigger view of this. We change this, let me unlock and then hit on OK. Come to effects, gradient overlay, and then select our color. So we hit on this and come down here. I have my presets over there, and we can just, and I'm going to set a new color. So hit on this, come to yellow, let me change this part as well, going for yellow again, and then hit OK. You see the opacity is 44. Let me just bring it to 100 so that we get a full color. Now this is the exact background that we are going to use. The next thing is we move on to our rectangle tool and right click, select our rectangle tool, and then draw our shape here. We make sure that the stroke here is, so you off the stroke, and then we bring in our image. So we move on to file, place embedded, and then exercise. So the first file we're going to bring in is this girl here smiling. Now we have our file in, so we make sure that this picture here is placed on the exact rectangle that we created, and you see it's on top of it. Let's check. Alright, so there we right click here and then move on to create a clipping mask, and then we get our image rightly fixed in it. So we drag it and make it fit very well, because I want the face of the chart and the book to show as well. The next thing is that this rectangle here, I'll just select it, come to effects, drop shadow, and then make sure that I add a little bit of shadow to it. Alright, then I'll hit on OK. So we select this and select the picture. Then we select Ctrl G and then group them. Once you have done with it, move on to back to the text tool, or let's come to the rectangle tool and then select this and then draw that round shape here. A round shape here. This is where we are going to type our other information, the name, the subject, date of commence, and the rest. So we come to our text tool, type over here. Name. It's like we are not seeing any effect here because I've not changed the color. So let me just go back and change the color of the text to black, and the font size also should be increased. So we come to this part here and then increase the font size. If you can't see it, it's over here. Right on top here. Okay, so we are done with this, the first one, which is the name, and let me put in, and let me then do this. Okay, and I'll increase size a little bit. So name, subject, you see the name and then the subject has been joined together, and let's do this by separating it. After selecting all the text, you come straight to this particular place here, and then you play around till you get it separated. Good. And then you also make sure that you reduce the size too as well, so that we can get more of the text. Okay, the same thing here. So after subject we have date. That is it. Class. So what I did for the name, the subject, and the class is what I'm also doing for the rest of them. And since this is a tutorial, I'm not going to waste my time doing any other editing. This is just it. So name, subject, class, and then let's add this one, date, and then date. Date commence. Date commence, you have date completed. Date commenced. So the last part is date completed. So let me zoom in and then bring in this portion as well. It's like we have a little space, so let's increase this, drag this on top a little bit, and then push this one down, and then push this two on top. Then we reduce the size of this as well. And the last one, which is date completed, 2 drops in. Date completed. It's like this has been separated from the rest. Let me close. The space, and then we have our text. You're going to increase this by changing the fonts and making it bold. Then we are done with that part. Let's create a balance here. The balance that you're going to create is making sure that this particular place they line up. Bold. So you take off these parts, and this part we add some kind of dots, and then we have this part already done. The next is to write our text here. We move to our rectangle tool and then pick up a rectangle tool and then draw this small line here on top, and then make sure that the stroke is off. I don't want the stroke, but if you want it, you can just add it and then select this color. Then we come back to our text tool, or I can just copy this name, Ctrl G, change the color to white, and then drag this right on top of this particular place, and then I'm going to clear all of this off and write Ghana Schools. Ghana's cruise. Note 1 exercise book. Zoom in to fix it over here. Ghana's cruise. Note 1 exercise book. Just play around till you get the best. Okay. This design here. At the back here, I have this file that I'm going to place. So we come to File, Place Embedded, and then put in this portion. We try to squeeze it to fit, then tie back. And then the next is to draw File, Place Embedded, the Ghana flag here. Then also reduce the size as well. So I'll just rasterize, come to rasterize, and then hit on this, or W. We have the magic one to let me zoom in. Then you hit on the white and then hit on backspace, then Control D. So now we have our Ghana flag attached. Then the last one is bringing in this backpack. So the backpack too, it has a background too. I'll just right click, rasterize layer, and then the options here, which is remove background. Photoshop will just remove the background. If you can't just remove the background, you can use applications that have background remover in them, then you use them as well. So we are removing our background. You see we have this bag here. I want to create some kind of balance here. I'll hit on this, Control G, and then duplicate this part, bring it down here, and then make sure it's part of this. Now this face here, we're going to type here, come to the text tool, and I'm typing type in Excellence Graphics. We are located at Ghana. We are located in Ghana. Yes. Okay. And call us on 0248 52 11 50. This is what I'm typing. Change the color from white and then select black. Now this is semi-bold, so I'll go in for this, but make sure that the Excellence Graphics is rather bold, and then we put that in between this. We reduce the size as well. I'd wanted to save. We are not done. We have to put some kind of designs. So the same color here, Ctrl G. I'll duplicate this rectangle to here by hitting Ctrl G. Okay. Ctrl G, bring this over here. And then I'll duplicate again. Ctrl G and bring the same thing right on top here. But this time around, this rectangle to here, I'm going to reduce the size and fit on top over here, and boom, our design is ready. The last text will be placed here, so I'll copy this, Ctrl G, and make sure that it is on top of all the layers. Then I'll type be proud as a learner today, stay close to the future. Be proud as a learner today, stay close to the future, and then change the color from black to white. And we have this placed down here, and then our design is done. So you can save that by pressing Ctrl S or Ctrl G. Then we have our exercise book designed here. And if you want to try this, you can just do that and then hit my DM with the image. Thank you very much. And in our next episode, we are going to place this on a mock-up, how to use a mock-up to just deliver your work. For example, this exercise book here was placed on a mock-up, and how are you going to do that? The mock-up that you saw on the intro, during the intro, we are going to use the same. And thank you very much. My name is Excellence Brown. Bye bye.